welcome back. It's your girl Tasha, and today I'll be reviewing MyeYebb contact lenses, which is an affordable, budget-friendly option for colored contacts. I'll be testing them out on my dark colored eyes. This is the first time I'm receiving any type of contacts from this brand, so this is just my total honest review from unboxing, how they look in the packages, how they look on my eyes, comfort, and all of that. I want these to show up on my dark colored eyes, but at the same time I don't want them to be too dramatic. Before I get into the unboxing, I do want to mention that I have a discount code. If you're interested in purchasing MyeYebb contact lenses, you could use the code Tasha20 for 20% off, and you can also use the code Tasha if you're going to be purchasing 2 pairs. You can also get an additional 3 pairs free. In order to use that code, you just have to put 5 contact lenses in your cart so that you can receive the 3 free. Like I said, I have never received contact lenses from MyeYebb, so we are literally going to be unboxing it together from the package and everything. Okay, so this is what the box looks like. It's a nice pink bright box, and there should be 4 colored contacts in here. This is what it's looking like with all my contacts. So they have the casing for all of them just in the box. So I have 4 casings in here, and they also provide this tool in here in case you need help putting the contacts on or off. I've been using contacts ever since I was in high school, so I just use my hands. But if you're somebody who has nails, you may not be able to use your fingers like me. So something like this can come in handy. I see the girlies online using stuff like this to pop them in. I've never actually used this. I don't really care to use this, but this is available in the box. They have the names on there. This is Nebula Brown. We have Roman Times Blue. We have New York Brown. I'm excited to try that one. And then we have Wild DNA Green. These don't sound natural except for the brown. I hope that they don't look too dramatic. I mean, some people like when you can actually see the color, but my eyes are dark. They're really dark. So we're gonna see how much these show up. Okay guys, which one am I trying first? Overall, I want to show you guys how they look side by side. So I'm going to put one on first and show you the difference between my eyes. I'll also let you know how they feel while they're on. Okay, so we're going to start off with Nebula Brown. So this is what it's looking like in the package. For me, whenever I try on contacts, my eyes do get a little bit watery at first because of the solution, and my eyes are actually really sensitive sometimes. What I also noticed is that when they're in the packaging, sometimes they're inside out. So when I put it on the first time, it wasn't on the right side. I had to flip them outwards. Like say they look like this in the packaging, you may have to flip them the other way and then put them in, but you'll see the difference. The color will stand out more on the outside. So if you put them in your eyes and you realize, yo, something is off, you may just have to flip them the other way. But this is how it's looking compared to the darker eyes. To me, it does show up a lot. Like if you can really see, they do show a lot on my eyes. And this is a Nebula Brown. And you also want to make sure that your hands are super clean before you put contacts in. This is how it looks like on both eyes. It doesn't show up as much brown. I'm hoping that the New York Brown that I have is actually way more brown than this. It's giving a little green, like a yellowy green, but they do show up on my eyes. As when it comes to comfort, it does feel comfortable. I would give it like a a 9. I think for somebody who wears contact lenses on a regular basis, it will come a little bit more comforting to them or a little bit more comfortable, but they're pretty comfortable. And I like the fact that I can see them, especially since my eyes are pretty dark. And they do have like an outer lining of brown on them. So next we have Wild DNA Green. It also has like a dark green outer lining. This is what it's looking like in comparison to my brown eye. I do see the big difference. If it's one thing, I noticed that it really does show up on my dark colored eyes. It's pretty easy to put in. I just wanted to show you guys how I actually put them in. You just want to put them on the tip of your finger if you're using your finger. If they're on the more flat part, it may be a little bit harder to put on. It looks so much better when both of them are in, I'm not gonna lie. When I have one side in, it's so iffy. But when they're both in, I'm like, okay, I see where we're going here. Okay, this is the Wild DNA Green. I'm liking how it's looking. It doesn't have like so much green. I was expecting it to be a little bit darker, but for my colored eyes, I'm seeing a lot of green, and it also has a darker outer circle there. And just like the other ones, they feel comfortable. I feel like they're all gonna feel the same pretty much because they're all just contact lenses, just different colors. Even if you don't have dark colored eyes like me, at least you know they are comfortable, they are budget friendly with the discount code and everything, and they're easy to put on. You also have help putting them on with this tool, or you can just be like me and just use your hands and just put them on. But yeah, I'm liking how the green is looking so far. Green is my favorite color, so I'm gonna like the green regardless. And feel free to let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, because I trust y'all opinions, because y'all should trust me when I'm giving y'all my opinions, and I'm gonna trust y'all's back. And this is how I take them out, guys. I literally just pinch. Simple. So next we have Rome Times Blue. I don't know, even though I always like the green ones, for some reason the blues show up better on my eyes. Okay, this one doesn't look like it has like an outer lining on it. It's kind of foggy looking, to be honest. So this is how the blue is looking compared to this side. You can see, like, even from afar, this one does not have an outer lining. I feel like you get the full effect when I have them both on, no? Okay, so let's put on the other side. Okay, so this blue is showing up. My eyes are a bit watery, guys. I think it's because I'm trying them on back to back. When you guys order, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be like putting your contacts in and out, so my eyes may come across like they look a little bit irritated, but you have to understand, like, I'm doing a review, so I'm trying on a couple of them at the same time. I always like the blue better than the green. I thought I would like the green better, but the blue always shows up a little bit better on me. What do you think? Yeah, I'm really liking these ones. Yeah, I recommend the blue, you guys. On dark colored eyes, I feel like they show up so pretty blue. I mean, for some people it may seem like it's a bit too much, but if you're looking for something with more color and less of like a natural brown, I would suggest the blue. I like the blue better than the green. Lastly, we have the New York Brown. I'm most excited about these, I really hope they're as good as I'm hoping that they are. I want them to be not as light as the last ones, a little bit darker. I just want them to look perfect. I really want these to look not too dramatic and just look a bit neutral. I still want it to show up on my dark eyes, and looking at them now, they're a little bit more darker, you see? The other ones, when I showed you in the packaging, they're a little bit more lighter, and then they had like a darker circle. And that's why I was also wearing brown today. Okay, fingers crossed. This is what it's looking like. I'm not disappointed. I'm so happy that they're not as light as the other ones. What do you think? you like them as much as I do. I like these so far, even with just one eyeball. Okay, so this is how it's looking like with both contacts in. They're not as dramatic looking as the other ones, so I prefer the New York brown over the Nubu brown. But if you want something that's a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more brighter, then the first brown that I tried, the Nubu brown, shows up a little bit more brighter. These are a little bit more subtle. But yeah, what do you guys think? Which one do you guys like the best? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments which one do you guys prefer, which ones look the most natural. To me, these ones look the most natural, of course. Remember that you could use my code. I will leave it in the link in the description box just in case. When you do use these codes, I do receive a small commission. I'll also leave the link to the website in my description box below, so you can do your shopping, use your code and all of that. Shopping is pretty easy. They have a whole selection to choose from. You just scroll through and you put them in your cart and you use the code, and voila, all the discounts will be there, because you know your girl loves a discount, especially in today's economy. You want to look good on a budget. I'll be looking good on a budget. I ain't got the extra funds to be paying full price out here. That is it for my video. Don't forget to like, comment, as well as subscribe for more content like this. You don't want to miss out on a sale, guys. And you don't want to miss out in my lifestyle content and my hair content. I try my best to keep you guys updated every week, and summer is coming, so there should be way more content than there is now, because wintertime in Canada is just not pleasing. It doesn't drive you, okay? I'm gonna be totally honest. Like, I do not like the winter. It's like hibernation season over here. So because the weather is changing, I plan to do way more. So make sure to subscribe as well as share these videos. Until next time, I love you guys so much. Bye.